Hello people, Edwin Learnard here. Today I'm going to discuss, delineate, analyze, dissertate, what have you, the Sun in Sagittarius. Sun in Sagittarius, Sagittarius people are generally very jocular, optimistic, and expansive. They have a very positive outlook on life, and they really don't like being around melancholy or depressed people, because they don't want that to impact their mood and consequently maybe become depressed in the process. Sagittarius people are generally very outspoken, much similar to the other fire signs, Aries and Leo. They generally don't hold back with what they say, and sometimes they could learn something about, I guess, tact and diplomacy when they speak. Sagittarius people, despite having a good disposition and temperament, they not always the most reliable people. And they might say, well, I'm going to be here at a certain time, and a lot of times, at least in my experience with Sagittarius people, that sometimes I've noticed they wouldn't come through, but they do. They're very happy-go-lucky people, and usually very kind. They're philosophical and very intellectual, have often drawn toward higher learning and education, fond of traveling. Sagittarius people can be have kind of a restless mind and mentality, and always like to explore new ideas, and often are profound thinkers. Very rarely are you going to meet a Sagittarius with a below average intelligence level. Sagittarius people generally, are, very, I guess we could say, buoyant, effervescent, and they're good people to be around because they could even make the most dire situation look better, I guess you could say. Sagittarius people often, they say things and it might come across, as being very blunt. But, when they do speak, kind of like a professional archer, they're very seldom off their mark and can be very prophetic and visionary. Sagittarius people are often, very sports related. A lot of them can be, whether they play sports or active in them, are either that or they're very enamored by sports and could be a sports fanatic and or athletically active and a participant in sports for that matter. Many sports people have Sagittarius prominently placed in their horoscope. Sagittarius people often can just as far as the traveling, could possibly live in many different places due to that fact, could be somewhat involved, in foreign affairs for that matter. Sagittarius people often, they're kind of horse, like in their ways. They could have an attention getting laugh, and often are, can be somewhat on the large size and big or grand in stature. Some famous people that have the Sun positioned in Sagittarius are reputed seer, clairvoyant Nostradamus, actress Christina Applegate. Some other people that have famous people that have the Sun in Sagittarius also are former MLB star Joe DiMaggio and Rex Ryan, head coach of the pro football team New York Jets. We know how gregarious he can be, but also outspoken at the same time. He is one person we know that doesn't suppress what he says too often. Another famous person that has Sun in Sagittarius is the famous whistleblower on the tobacco industry, Jeffrey, looks like Wiggin. Some Sagittarius professions, careers, livelihoods, if you will, could be professor, a teacher in higher learning in college, philanthropist, philosophy, sports. Many Sagittarians have an affinity for sports, or either engaging in them, or somehow enamored with them, and being some connected with sports, whether it could be a sports analyst or a writer. Also, anything connected with judicial system, law, attorney. They're similar to Libras in the sense that they abhor injustice and want fairness. I believe former Mayor Ed Koch was a Sagittarius, and had Libra rising. I think, by the way, two signs that really detest injustice, ironically enough, and that's no shocker that he had Sagittarius and Libra prominently placed in his horoscope. Well, people, that is going to be it for my Sun in Sagittarius dissertation. And my next YouTube astrology segment, I'll be focusing on the Sun in Capricorn. Until then, have a good one. I'll see you later.